Yo guys, what's going on? I am George and this is You Wanna Watch. Welcome back to the shop and welcome back to another Sunday flea market haul. We didn't do too good this week. All I came home with was a $20 bucket full of just random stuff. I say we figure out what I picked up together. Let's go. Alrighty guys, well we got this tipped over. I'm going to pull out the first couple of things here that we see. And that'll make it a little easier for us to dump this completely full bucket full of nonsense. Got this big hunk of steel here. It does have some writing on it. Wedgemont Airlock Products. Looks like it says Franklin, Massachusetts. It looks like this is like a mounting bracket to a piece of machinery. Not quite sure, but nonetheless, it's a substantial piece of steel, so that's pretty cool. A couple of tape measures. It's a 50-foot Lovekin. Oh, steel tape. Really good shape. Look at that. How awesome is that? Nice. I'll hang on to that one. This one I don't know what it is. The name of it's off there. Probably won't keep it around. It'll just go into the resell pile. So what I'll do is just start putting all the resell stuff back over there. Oh, geez. A huge, heavy octagon steel bar. That'll definitely be a hang on to. We got us a breaker bar that somebody really bent this all up. Look for a name on here real quick. Japan. Alright, well, that's nothing really to hang on to. Got us an extension and a Japanese socket. What kind of extension is it? Century, Japan. A little Allen key set. This will probably just go in a resell pile. And let me set the resell pile over here. And we'll put just junk there. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Little no-name screwdriver. Resell. Putting knife, that's pretty much junk. Pressure relief valve to a hot water heater or a boiler. That'll go into scrap. Save that for a buddy of mine. Because I'll put the scrap over there. Rusted file. Little brush. Junk. Screwdriver's pretty much junk, but I'll throw it in the resell pile. What do we got here? Looks like it says screwdriver drill set. Oh, okay. Little precision screwdriver set. Looks like they're all there. One is broken. That's unfortunate, but I'll still hang on to it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That'll be in my keep pile. What is this? Probably like a hog ring plier or just a crimper. Resell. Roscoe nut drive. Looks like maybe 1/4 inch. Can't see a size on it. No-namer screwdriver. Resell. It's Just another Roscoe. No namer. Another screwdriver. Wood-handled screwdriver. No writing on there. It's not in the best shape. It's bent up and stuff. Just a piece of scrap. Where did I say scrap was going? Over there. A washer. Advertising screwdriver. Can't read anything on it. Another tape measure. This is a Craftsman tape measure. Blade's in good shape. This will be a nice loaner. Got us some solder. Benzomatic. Plenty of solder. Yeah, I'll hang on to it. Little itty bitty stubby screwdriver. Again, no name on it, but I'll hang on to it. I kind of like stubbies. Hole saw. China. A marking crayon. Hang on to that. Japan. Utility knife. It's a Stanley $1.99. Horrible shape. We might be able to clean that up. A little Ryobi nut drive. I think we're getting down to the point where we can start dumping this out. What do you think? Looks like an awful lot of sockets in there. Wow. What did I buy all this for? Jeez. It was one of those things at the market, you know. It was really hot. People's prices weren't that good, and I saw this guy sitting there with a bunch of buckets of stuff, and I just made him the offer. So that was a no-namer screwdriver. China. China. Got us a two-fister here. Yep, Roscoe two-fister. Wood-handled screwdriver. No writing on there. Cracked handle. Just a little junker utility knife. Made in China, little pocket screwdriver. This is a Husky with the acetate. That stinks. I don't think this one's a Dunlop, but it looks like it. Doesn't say it. Funky nut drive. Another funky nut drive. I'm sure probably just scrap. Can't read anything on this stuff. Got a ratchet. Taiwan. TAT. TAT. 52177. Taiwan. Japan. Great Neck, Taiwan. Yeah, it looks like it's all just junky tools, but there might be a diamond in the rough here. You never know. Wow, this one's so cheap it doesn't even have a name on it. I call these like lollipops because it's just like a stick with a ball on the end of it. Craftsman. Horrible handle. Oof, God, another Craftsman, and it's just the handle. That's all gonna be just trash. I can't read anything on that. That one stinks too. Wow. Another Craftsman. You can just smell the funk on the handles. I can't read that. It just looks like a lot of junk in these. No name linesman's, probably 6-inch. Drop forge, tool steel, Japan. Another no-namer. Another no-namer. And another no-namer. Let me see if these ratchets actually do anything. That one works. Nope, junk. That one works. That one works. That one works. Which one didn't? This one. That's scrap. Stinky, stinky. Yeah, we're kind of striking out here, I think, fellas. But again, that's all right, because, you know, I mean, it's, yeah, it sucks that we're out $20, but that one's a Craftsman. Oh, God. Phew. Man, I don't even think people are going to buy this stuff just because of the horrible smell. You can see what's causing it. I think that is the worst case of the mange I have ever seen in my entire life. Whew. That is bad. Oh, God, that's bad. Nice little Stanley 6-foot power lock tape measure. I could barely read it, but we'll hang on to it. Yeah, it looks like a lot of screwdrivers. Nothing really spectacular catching my eye. What's this one? No-namer. No-namer. Another funky acetate handle. Get that out of there. This is another Roscoe. Orange and black handle. Quite a few of these. Another Roscoe, orange and black handle. I probably got a set of Roscoes already. Another funky acetate handle. Get that out of there. We got us another Roscoe. Nope, this is a Stanley. Stanley Handyman. We got us a, I swear it says Reed Prince, Craftsman. I can't help it. Keep sniffing these. I really can't. They're that gross. Another junker. What's this? Craftsman. Yeah, Craftsman nut drive. Apologize about all the background noise. It's recycling day. Another funky handle. It's a little Stanley Powerlock 12-foot tape. That one's in a lot better shape. Got a big burn on it. Hey, another Stanley. That is a little nesting screwdriver. I wonder if it's all in there. Might very well be. Oh yeah, look at that. Well, I don't want to say that this was well worth it, but we got us a pretty cool little nesting screwdriver out of that. Not bad. No name linesman's. Funky handle. No namer. No namer. Junk. That's a broken handle. No namer. Let me press pause on the camera real quick. I'm going to finish dumping this out and then we'll do a quick sort. Hang on a minute. Alrighty. Well, I got that bucket dumped out and the bucket sitting right down here. Skill jigsaw blades assorted. That's pretty cool. This popped out. Little pin. This says Teamsters 429 1980 May, Reading, Pennsylvania. That's pretty cool. It's a little Union Teamsters pin. See if I can't get a close-up of that. Is that showing up at all, guys? Oh, dropped it. Don't drop the Teamsters. That's pretty cool. Put that up here on my little shelf. Broken tire gauge. Junk. Let's see. 6-inch extension, no name on there. Old cabinet stop. Trash. No name spark plug socket. Got a Ram 11/16 deep well socket. No name, no size deep well socket. That's how you know it's cheap. Wow. Taiwan 3/4 inch. No name, no size. Japan 3/4 inch. 15 millimeter, 6-point, no name. Jador 11/16 combination. Drop forged, Taiwan. 9/16 chrome vanadium, Taiwan. Jador 19 millimeter, India. What is this one? I don't see a name, I don't see nothing. It's a raised panel. I just don't see anything on there. Got a Stanley 11/16, Stanley USA. Put that in the save pile. Never know. This is a chrome vanadium, India, Pittsburgh. Drop forged, Taiwan. Can't read it. Forged alloy steel, Husky. USA. Mito 12 and 14 millimeter. Hang on to that. It's a 4 wrench. It's probably like Mitsubishi Motors. Broken stamp steel. That's just junk. Pencraft 3/4 USA. I'll save that. I know somebody who likes Pencraft. God, I can't read any of this stuff. It is real bad. Another one I can't read. There's nothing on these raised panels on a few of these wrenches. Apologize about our trash man flying down the road like that. Jador 5/8, India. You got Power Master, Taiwan. Another raised panel, no namer. Forged alloy steel, Japan, Cal. The only Cals that I save are Cal USA. I can't tell what this is. It's 11/16 alloy steel, forged in the USA. I'm going to hang on to it just because I don't know the maker. But I want to say it looks like a Barkalow. This looks like a Honda Motors. Nope, Kawasaki. I'll hang on to that too. .932. Whatever that means. Couple of little no-namer screwdrivers. We're getting a great big huge pile of resale here. Roscoe. Mange. A couple of funkies. That one might be a 300. It's not. Just a plain Jane screwdriver. Another plain Jane. Advertising piece here. What's this? Mac Tools. Ray DeFilippo. Richmond, PA. Mac Tools distributor. That's pretty cool. Hang on to that. Those are all junk. Junk. What's this one? Hopefully there's a name on it. Nope, cracked handle, junk. Knew that was going to go down there. Another one with the mange, that's junk. Another little junky one. Alright, we're getting closer to, ooh. X-Acto knife. Thank God somebody was smart enough to put the blade on the inside like that. That's dangerous. That's why you got to be careful of digging through bins at the flea market. You never know what's going to be in there. I probably have 100 of these handy bottle openers, so I don't need any more of those. This one's pretty much in bad shape too. So, again, raised panel wrench with no writing at all on there. No manufacturer, no country, no nothing. There was a lot of screwdrivers in here. Another bottle opener. What's this one? Wow, can't read it. I see where it says premium beer, but I can't read the maker on there. It's so worn thin. I want to say it says Ortleys. I'll save that one. Another Stanley USA. Hang on to that. Great Neck, Taiwan. Upland. Absolutely nothing on a lot of this. Bits and bobs and all sorts of weird stuff left over here in the end. Some of these are so rusted up, guys. There's no way that I'm going to get a name off them. Taiwan. Alright, we got a Craftsman socket. Surprised we haven't had 1,000 of those yet, but with stamped steel wrenches. A broken 1/4 inch swivel head. The selector's gone on the back side. No namer. Diagonal cutters. Alright, let me get the junk out of here. Yeah, let me get the junk out of here and I'll sift through these sockets, get them all organized and show you what we got. Alright, we got it set, separated a little bit more. It's all Allen keys and drill bits. It's all just going to go into the scrap nonsense. I got a really nice tire pressure gauge here. That's pretty cool. I like that. I'll definitely hang on to this one. Excuse me. And a little itty bitty mini tubing cutter. That's pretty cool. I'll hang on to this as well. Needs a cleaning, but other than that, the cutter wheel's in good shape. Yeah, that's vintage there. All right, sockets. We're going to go through these real quick. I don't see anything spectacular at all. Taiwan. We have a Craftsman 1/2 inch. Taiwan. Can't read. What does that say? True Craft. Taiwan. Japan. UI. Japan. Chrome vanadium. 5/8 impact. Can't read the name on it. Uh, 1 inch. Thought it was an SK, but it isn't. Star. Japan. Taiwan. 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 Another Craftsman. What's this one? Double line V. 3/8. Taiwan. Never thought I'd get excited about finding Craftsman sockets. All this stuff's been just basically non-desirable the whole time. Japan. Japan. Hey, we got us a Proto Impact. Proto Professional 5/8. 6-point. I'll hang on to that one. That is sweet. Taiwan. I'm not even going to give you the sizes unless it's a an American socket here. Wow, even the extensions are all just crap. This one's a broke socket that's been welded a couple dozen times. Nothing. No name. Japan. Taiwan. Taiwan. Another Proto Impact 7/16, 6-point. I'll keep that. True Craft. Taiwan. Japan. Ooh, that was a good catch. Taiwan. 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 Whew. Can't read that thing either. Japan. Japan. That one looks like a Proto. It's not. Japan. Japan. A lot of Japanese, Taiwan. A lot of Japanese tools in here. Surprising. Master Mechanic, Taiwan. I don't collect those. I don't know anybody who does. You got Sears, Taiwan. No name. We're getting to the bottom of the barrel here, guys. Taiwan, Taiwan. No name. Yep, getting to the bottom of the barrel. Taiwan. They all kind of look like the same. Again, Sears, Taiwan. Craftsman adapter, 3/8 to 1/4 inch. Hang on to that. Oh, we got us a Mac. 3/8. 3/8 by 3/8, 6-point. That's nice. We'll hang on to that. Japan. Japan. Again, guys, I'm sorry about my ignorant neighbors. Sears, Taiwan. Sears, Taiwan. Japan. Craftsman double line V, 5/8. Somebody's name, Walt, W-A-L-T, engraved on there. Sorry, Mr. Walt, you lost one of your sockets. Sears, Taiwan. Sears, Taiwan. I can't read that. I can see 9/32 on there. I want to say it's 1/4 inch Thorson. East Coast, USA, 7/32. Taiwan. That was a 1/2 inch plug. 17 millimeter, Taiwan. Taiwan. Huh. GG. Never heard of it. Oh, we got us a snap-on. Look at that. Snap-on. Are you kidding me? 10 millimeter. 1/4 inch drive. 10 millimeter. Snap-on. Who was the luckiest guy in the world finding a 10 millimeter? Huh? And Japan, 19 millimeter. So we got a whole lot of non-desirable in this bucket. We got a little bit of stuff that we're going to keep. It's this little pile right here. And then of course a whole lot of just garbage. So what I think I'm going to do is wind up putting all the non-desirable back in this bucket, and I'm just going to list it on Marketplace, and I'll take a $10 hit on it, no problem at all. You know, I'll just list the whole bucket with all these tools, 10 bucks. I'm sure it'll sell. So that is it for this one. Alrighty guys, we are all done with this one. We didn't do too good, we didn't do too bad either. The way I'm looking at it, we've got about $10 worth of stuff that we're gonna hang on to. And the rest is gonna wind up going right back into that bucket. I'm gonna list it on Marketplace and I'm just gonna sell it for 10 bucks. That way we at least break even in my mind. And yeah, let's just hope next week's pick is a lot better than this week's. That's it guys, like always, stay safe, be safe, and we will see you next week with another. Bye.